All right, so week 5, right? Week 5 coming up. Before we get to week 5, which is Denver this week, let's recap week 4. Now, I need to listen to my instinct a little more, which was to record a video right after that Chiefs game. At the very least, I should have filmed it the following day, but I should have filmed myself that night because I was pretty psyched after that game. Zach had a really good game, a career game, right? Didn't I say that? If you watched my last video, half that video was about, is this guy? It was like a make or break game for Zach, right? Either he fell on his face again, and then you got to wonder, is he done as a Jet? Is his career done as a Jet? Or does he pull out, a career game and, maybe give you some hope with this guy, or, it's crazy the way it happened, but he actually, in my opinion, he had a career game. He played really well, as well as I've seen him play. Put it that way. And I know a lot of people felt the same way. Just listening to the radio all week and shit. But good for him, and good for us as Jet fans if it continues. That is the big question. Will he take it up a notch and go out there and beat Denver the way he should beat Denver? I mean, if he's gonna take the steps now to, stay on the team and possibly be the future, then you gotta beat Denver. So that is the week 5 game coming up. What else? I have some notes over here. So basically, let's just get back to Zach for a second. So, listen, he had some really nice throws in that game. He made some really nice plays. Now, did he lose the game for them? You can say the fumble fucking lost the game. I mean, you really can almost say that because I don't think they ever got the ball back after that. So, listen, you just can't fucking fumble the ball like that in a game like that at that point in the game. But credit to him, he took all the blame on himself, on his shoulders, and I should say he shouldered the blame, right? And he owned up to it. Now, on the flip side of that, okay, yes, you can blame him for losing the game, but I'm not going to blame him for losing the game, and I'm going to tell you why. You can't give the fucking Chiefs a 17-point lead right off the bat. You can't give them you can't start the game down 17-0, which is basically what the Jets did. So, we're supposed to have this, fucking awesome defense, which I do think we have, but where the fuck was the defense in the first quarter of this game? So, you can't spot the Chiefs, a Super Bowl champion team, possible fucking dynasty team. You can't spot them 17 points to start the fucking game, basically. So, that's a factor. And that fucking penalty, holy shit, come on. That was, how the fuck can you, I can see maybe how you can call that. But, because for a second, he, kind of looked like he fucking, talking about the Gardner penalty, it looked like he kind of, fucking maybe grabbed him for a second. But, did he hold him? Get the fuck out of here with that penalty, man. And I believe that was off of the interception, right? Which would have gotten the ball back. And that's the other thing. I think everybody wanted to see if with Zach having that game, was he going to pull out a victory against the Chiefs. We will never know. But, man, I think he might have had it in him that night to do it. Because he was having a good game. He had just fumbled. So if he got the ball back, he might have had the fire to win that game, which if he would have actually gotten the ball back and won that game, that then is, that could have sealed a little deal with him maybe sticking around for a while and possibly being in the future. But listen, he played a really good game. So, and I'm thinking about my last video where I was like, fucking, we need to trade him, and he's done. And so maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but at least I did say, you can go back and look at my last video. I did say this. I said, unless he has a career game, okay? And that's what he had, basically. You know, as far as his career goes, probably the best game he's ever played. Definitely some nice throws. He played well, and I think he gave everybody a little hope. So let's see what else. I think so. We covered all that. You know, and again, he's handling himself really well this year too, with the media and his interviews. Listen, he was humbled last year, and he needed to be humbled last year. But at least this year, you know, and I'm giving him kudos. You know, he had a great game, and so far this year, he has said all the right things. You know, so good for him. You know, it's good to see him maturing, growing up a little bit, and you know, playing good on the field, which is really what he did. I mean, again, the fumble was bad. There's no denying that. But, you know, hey, listen, he owned it. He fucking said it. So, and he was legit in saying it, I think. But, you know, listen, it's a lesson learned, you know. And the reason why he fumbled that ball was he took his fucking eyes. You got to catch the ball. Then you do whatever the fuck you got to do. Same thing with receivers, man. You know, as soon as a running back who's going out for a reception, how many times do you see a running back? It happens to running backs a lot, I think. You see a running back, you know, just go, you know, out to the flat or whatever, and they're going to catch a simple ball. They're already thinking like what they're going to do. They take their eye away from the ball coming in and they drop it. You got to look the ball in, whether you're fucking catching it or taking a snap. It's all the same shit. Or with Gardner, right? With that other game where Gardner, that was the Dallas game, right? Where the fucking ball was in his hands and he fucking looked. He was looking at the end zone before he caught the ball. And again, so I believe I got the point across with that. So let's see what else. I wanted to talk about this too, which I think is pretty cool. If you've noticed, the Jets have been wearing not the new logo. And it's not the original logo. It's the 80's logo, really, with the Jet over the J. Now, if you've been following my videos for a while, okay, you know I love that logo. It's the logo I really grew up watching this team with. It's the logo when they had the sack exchange, and you know, and it is a very cool fucking Jet logo, right? So maybe there's something going on with that logo and Zach, because he wore that logo for the Buffalo game and the Chief game, and listen, he fucking won the Buffalo game. You know, basically pulled that out of a hat, and without any preparation for that game. So again, and I gave him credit for that game. And then the Chief game, which nobody gave the Jets or him a fucking chance. And he had the game of his fucking career with that logo. And that logo looks fucking mint on their new green helmets, man. Because the old helmets, they were just like that. You know, the old helmets had that the old helmets had it was like a dull, flat type of green, But now with, today's, fucking modern fucking everything, and I love the new helmets, I love the new uniforms, and I do like the new logo too. I really do. I told you fucking 1,000 times, they definitely got that part right. At least they got something right? That's what I always say. But with that 80s jet logo with the jet going over the J on those green helmets, it looks fucking mint, man. And it's what I said back. If you look at my uniform videos, right? I said, man, if they would have just put that 80s logo on the new helmets, I said that would look fucking sick. So it's actually like you got a chance to see what that looks like, and I think it looks fucking great. But I'll be honest with you, the new logo has definitely, it's grown on me. I really like the new logo too. So, and the new logo is part of the new look and the new era of the Jets. So listen, the new logo it is. I don't have a problem with the new logo at all. So, but it is cool to see that fucking jet over the J on those helmets, right? I'm fucking right about that. So, what else? And like I said, maybe he needs to wear that fucking logo a couple more times. But if they make the playoffs and he gets them to the playoffs, I think he should wear that logo for that fucking first playoff game. I'll cap it at that. Unless he somehow has a really horrible game wearing that logo down the stretch of the season, then we'll fucking 86 the stereo altogether. So what else? Covered that. I'll get to a Jet Denver prediction soon. Fucking remember back when we were talking about, who the Jets should get as a quarterback, and Garoppolo's name was one of those names floating around for them. And what did I say at the time? I said, I don't want him. Why did I want him? Because he cannot stay on the fucking field. I never saw a quarterback have so many injury problems the way this guy has injury problems. Every fucking year, this guy is out with some type of injury. It's unbelievable. He's out, right? I think he's out. He hasn't played. It was great to see Belichick get his fucking ass handed to him by Dallas. That was awesome. I love it. Now the Jets need to fucking bury them. I mean, bury them the next time they fucking play the Patriots. Getting back to Buffalo-Miami game, I threw out a prediction last week in the last video. Again, I was surprised at the way Buffalo came out in this game. And, fucking, that game went back and forth for the first basically 28 points, right? It was like 14-14, I think. Then Buffalo they just put the foot down on the pedal, man, and put a fucking chokehold on the rest of that game. So, and I like Buffalo, but I did predict that Miami would win that game. Because Miami was just, on fire for not just the last fucking game, but they've been like on fire since the season started. But the 70-20 game? 20, right? It was the 70-point game was, that was insane. And I guess maybe I got caught up into that hype too, because Buffalo fucking stifled that, like, in a big way. Buffalo made a big fucking statement with that victory. So, it's going to go through Buffalo. That's what Buffalo basically said with that game. And it was good to see. Somebody had to fucking slow that team down, and Buffalo just trampled their whole fucking momentum that they had going. And I was saying, Miami's starting to scare me, but it was good that Buffalo just fucking squashed them like a bug. So let me just think if we I pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about. Anything with the Jet Chief game? I mean, again, it was nobody expected that Jet Chief game to even be remotely close to what happened in that game. Even myself. I mean, listen, they could have won that game. So and nobody gave them a fucking chance. Again, including myself. I even actually didn't predict them to win, which is rare for me. I usually predict the Jets to win every fucking game. Doesn't matter. So call me a fool, but that's a Jet fan thing. Oh, I knew there was one more thing I wanted to bring up. I know I had it in my notes, but I don't need it. I know what I'm going to say anyway, but I'm glad I remembered it. Breece Hall, okay? Listen, man, you are the man. I fucking love the fact that you are on this team, and I cannot wait to see what you are going to accomplish as a Jet running back. But, dude, do me a favor. Stop this fucking shit, okay? That is not you. That is fucking Zeke Elliott, okay? And that guy, he never did anything, okay? So don't compare yourself to fucking Ezekiel Elliott, all right? You are not him. You are you. Be you. Come up with something new, or just be cool about fucking when you make a big play, man. Just hand that ball to the ref. You don't gotta fucking do this shit, all right? Don't do it. Please don't do it, because every time you do it, that's all I think about is you fucking Zeke Elliott. And somebody who, like I said, I was never really fond of to begin with. He never really did anything in his fucking career for anybody to be fucking hailing themselves up to him. Fucking do me a favor, please. Stop this shit. You don't got to do it. Everybody knows that you're you've been a beast so far, and you're coming back from this injury nice. And dude, I'm on your side, man. I am a fan of you. I was psyched when they drafted you. I'm fucking pumped that you're on the team. But become your own player, man. You don't need to emulate somebody else's fucking shit. Just don't do it, man. Just trust me. Fucking become your own player. Be your own player. And become a great player, which is the path that you are on, I believe. So, and that's pretty much it, man. Let's get back to the prediction, okay? Jet victory. What else am I going to predict with this week? Of course, I have to predict a Jet victory here. There's some bullshit. There's some, not bullshit, but there's some juice with this game, right? With the Hackett situation and all that shit. So it's a reason for the Jets to just go into Denver and trample this fucking team, okay? Now, that had some relevance to it with the Hackett shit when Rodgers was supposed to be the guy, right? Because Hackett is Rodgers' guy, and so maybe that shit has died down a little bit. But listen, Sean Payton was a fucking douche for saying that shit, and listen, he provided he provided some bulletin board material for the Jets, and I just don't like the way he's handling this year with the Broncos. I don't know, man. It's like he's just full of himself or something. It feels like it. I liked him better when he was on the Saints. I don't know. I like the idea that Miami fucking embarrassed him. Okay, I don't know. It's karma, man. You open your mouth, you fucking think who you are, and let's take a look at let's take a look at how your season's going so far. Now, if the Jets can go in there, and I don't want to see like a bullshit win. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, I'll take a win no matter how they fucking can summon up a win. But what I would really like to see is a convincing win. You know, defense dominates, and Zach throws a couple of touchdowns, 2-3 touchdowns, 300 yards. You know, build from the Chief game. Have a better game than the Chief game. You know what I'm saying? Don't go backwards. Go forwards. And if Zach has a good game this week and actually beats Denver, then you gotta love that. You gotta think that maybe things are looking bright for him to maybe actually one day become the future of the team. And again, it breeds, you know, it breeds like hope, man. Like fucking, you know, that it's a possibility that this guy could be, you know, legit for the Jets down the road. So that's pretty much it. This video is long enough. And so I will cap it here. And I will definitely try to film these videos, like, if I can, either the night of the game or the day after, that way it gives us a week to fucking have the video out. And, you know, when I'm fresh off the game, you know, I think it's just better. But I want to get these videos out earlier in the week as well. So that's it, man. Week 5, Jet victory in Denver. Let's do it.